Hey, what's up everyone? Just wanted to make a quick video on how I cleaned up the wiring and cabling on one of our bikes using some plastic conduit. So as you can see, instead of the wires and the cables all exposed like we have on this one, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted a cleaner look, and I actually realized after I set this one up that this is sturdy enough to support like mounting your phone to it, depending on the mount that you have, as you can see in the pop-up here. So yeah, so we have the thicker one here at the bottom is a 1-inch conduit, and the one up here is 6/10 of an inch. I'll have the links in the description for those. But what I'm gonna do is set up the blue one the same way that I have the red one here. So let's get started. So I have some pieces that I cut out earlier, which are pretty much the same size as the ones that I have on the red bike here. So I used to have this zip tied up here and it looked pretty good, but I realized that it was putting a lot of strain on the couplings here, and I didn't want to run into any issues with that. So I remember using this conduit a lot when I was working on cars and how flexible it is and easy to work with. So I found some on Amazon and it worked out pretty good. So this shouldn't take too long. Let's go ahead and set this up. So as you can see, I have the wire for the headlight kind of wrapped around the cables here because it's a little longer than the cables. But it has plenty of slack, so I believe the 1-inch conduit will go over all of this and cover it up nicely. And you can see how easy this is to put on because it's all split on one side, but it's rigid, so it'll keep its place once it's on there. But all you pretty much do is just twist it back. Pretty much just bend it back and it opens up. Slide it on, keep bending it. It goes right on. Tuck that in there. And there we go. Looks a lot better already in my opinion, and it's a little extra protection for your wires and your cables, even though they probably don't need it. For the top one here, I may have cut it a little too long, but let's try it out and see. If it is long, I'll cut it here, make it fit. So these 3 wires connect here all next to each other. I'm just gonna offset them a little bit so they're not all bunched up together. There we go. It's definitely a little too long, so we'll cut it. Alright, so here we go. I think this looks a lot better. Everything's a little protected, nice and sleek. You don't have cables and wires everywhere. It's definitely subjective, but it's very cheap to do. And you guys saw how easy it was to do. Okay, so next I'm gonna use a little bit of the black vinyl tape that I have to tape up the edge here so it doesn't come off. And I'm gonna use some of these extra Velcro straps that I have to center this bottom conduit here, and we'll be all set. You can see Lisa playing Fortnite in the background. Rusty's over there passed out. right, looking better. This is nice and centered. This looks pretty good. All right, so we're all set. I think it looks great. If you guys want to try this out and clean up the look of your wiring and cables, feel free to try this out and let me know how it turned out in the comments. Okay, and lastly, I also cut a small piece of this 1-inch conduit about this size and put it in between the horizontal one and the thicker vertical one here to kind of cover up the remaining piece of the cables that was showing. So I think it looks pretty good overall. This is the final product. As you can see in the before and after pictures, I think it looks much better. And if you guys want to give this a try, the links are down in the description. You can do this for about probably 20 bucks total, and you'll have enough to spare to do other bikes, or give some away, take care of some of your friends' bikes, etc. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Peace.